More in Common is checking in with a woman in Philadelphia who doesn't let social distancing keep her from spreading the love.
Hi, Dad! We miss you!
A gaming grandma who's been training for this moment.
I'm just doing what I always did before.
And possibly the coolest landlord in the world.
I don't want my tenants to feel stress about having to pay me.
All that and more coming up on the check-in.
Hello.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm Michael Koenigs, and this is More in Common. And typically we'd be on the road, flying around, telling stories about people coming together. But like so many of you, I'm hunkered down now. This is my living room. I've got no teleprompter, just this computer. But we still believe it's important to tell stories of those helping out their neighbors. And even though social distancing requires us to be apart, we can find ways to connect online. And this series is going to be about those people who are doing what they can to support their communities. So let's check in first with Marianne Liberto, who's been able to find an incredible way to connect with her dad despite social distancing.
Hi, Dad!
How you doing, hon?
We miss you!
My dad, he's a special person. He's a special soul. He was a World War II hero, and he's such a compassionate, religious, caring man, always trying to help other people.
How you feeling? Good?
He's basically in quarantine here, and I came up with the idea of buying some stickers and putting them on the window, just for him to remember that we still love him and that we still are with him even though we can't go in to see him.
Every day I'll come by and put a couple more for you. This one's from me, this one's from Joanne.
For this to happen, especially to an older person, it's just so disruptive to their lives. They're very much at risk right now. They have been the ones that all their lives have held our hands, that have taken us through our lives, and now it's our turn to make sure that we keep them as safe as we possibly can.
So when you look at them, you'll think of all of us.
I just felt this was the best thing to keep him here at Sunrise. I can't tell you what an amazing staff they have here. I knew that he would be loved, that he would be well taken care of. Since my mom passed away, we have seen him almost every single day, so this is kind of heartbreaking for us, as I'm sure it is for all of the residents. But this will pass at some point. We don't know how long. Just keep faith.
Thank God for everything, for all the blessings that we had.
Love you.
Love you too.
For our next story, the widespread closure of businesses across the country has made it tough for a lot of people to pay next month's rent, unless they have a landlord like Nathan Nichols. Let's check in with him.
My name's Nathan Nichols. I live in Portland, Maine, and I'm a landlord. Hourly workers and service workers, they're not getting paid on a salary. They can't work from home. I knew that they were going to suffer financially in ways that they probably could never recover. I looked at my finances, I looked at what power I had to act, and I decided almost immediately to contact them and let them know that they would not have to pay April's rent. I don't feel like I really made a sacrifice here because this is just coming out of what was already designated for the building. But I did know that it was going to make a huge difference for my tenants. I see the relationship between me and my tenants as being really symbiotic. They depend on me for a place to live, for sure, but I also depend on them for the money that I use to pay for the property taxes and for the mortgage. If I don't have tenants, I can't pay for my building. Every month that they pay their rent, they're giving something to me. And I felt like it was the least I could do to give them back a little bit when I was able. I decided to post about this because I thought that other people could look and see what they could do, particularly other landlords. I was pretty surprised when my post went viral. I had no idea. Since my post went viral, I've heard from people all over the country, more and more other landlords doing what they can. But even more than that, I've heard about landlords who are pinched because they are living on the income, they owe the mortgage. I just found out that lenders are giving some relief on a case-by-case basis. So I recommend to any landlord who is in that situation to contact your lender and see if they can help you out so that you can pass it along to your tenants. The other thing that I've really seen from the posts is how close to the edge so many people are. Whether it's a tenant or a landlord, so many people are depending on that income every week. And it's kind of scary that in the wealthiest country in the world, so many people are living that close to the edge. I have also seen a tremendous amount of goodwill. Everybody wants to help. So that's our power. We have a lot of power. When we come together, we can make things happen.
For many of us, social distancing means more time stuck at home. But 83-year-old Shirley Curry doesn't mind. She's known around the world as the video gaming grandma. And the coronavirus quarantine means more time playing.
You've got probably the best setup during this shelter-in-place stuff as anybody.
Right. I'm just doing what I always did before.
When so many people now are hunkered down at home, what's your advice in terms of trying new things and exploring new worlds?
Oh, sure. That's what they should be doing. And I hear from so many kids that's out of school, like they're really happy for all of this because they get to game all the time. I've got several new games that I need to be trying during this time for sure. Population Zero and Red Dead Redemption.
You have over 800,000 followers.
Yes.
From around the world who watch you play video games.
Yeah. So my advice to a gamer is just to get into the game, enjoy the beautiful world that it is, and just do their own thing in the game. It's much more fun.
So people who might be feeling isolated right now, not able to connect with their friends, potentially could make friends while gaming.
Oh, yes. When you have a regular person that you really talk with a lot on your comment sections or something, you do get to become friends with them, and that's a lot of fun because you get outside of your own world and outside of your own comfort zone, and you learn about other people in other countries and how they live and what they think, and it's a lot of fun.
And for you, it's more about the connections.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It keeps you from being isolated. Yeah, I live alone, and I don't do much else except read and quilt sometime.
There's a lot of anxiety that you hear, and people come to you for that sense of warmth and happiness.
I guess they tell me that they feel like it's a safe place to come to, and they feel like it's such a nice community that I have.
Maybe seeing someone like you who's calm and still loving the world gives them a sense of hope and a sense everything's going to be all right.
Right. And I'm positive. It's a beautiful world, and it's a great life, and they should be enjoying it.
But you always lift up my spirits, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, that's nice.
It's been such a treat to talk to you again. I hope you stay safe and healthy, and thinking of you, and great to check in with you.
Thank you. I hope I get to talk to you again someday.
Soon, Shirley.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for watching our first episode of The Check-In here. We've got a Facebook group where you can share stories of people coming together during this tough time. And a big thanks to my wife for holding that camera steady. Thanks for watching.